Hey guys, so excuse the look for today. I just filmed this like before I got ready for my day because I just wanted to like film it and get it in. Yeah, so I'm still like in my pajamas, haven't like put my makeup on. Anyways, just wanted to film this video. So yesterday was crazy, and it's not even because of dance. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with the babes. It's solely like what happened in between. So it occurred because of dance, but it had nothing to do with like the actual dance programs. So Sundays, I'm in 2 different dance programs. I have the babes in the morning and a different program called School of Groove afterwards. Because of how far away they are from each other, and when each program ends and begins, I need to leave the babes 15 minutes early and come to my second program 15 minutes late, so that I can not take too much time out of both, because it takes me an hour to get in between each, but originally I only had half an hour allotted to get from point A to point B. So I leave the babes expecting to be 15 minutes late to my second dance program. I take the streetcar to where I'm supposed to go, an intersection where the bus, I'm supposed to transfer onto a bus. Oddly enough, there is no bus stop where my maps is telling me to go. It says there's a bus stop like a meter in front of where I am, but there's nothing there. There is a bus stop like close to where the maps tells me to go, but when I stand at that bus stop, it doesn't say I'm where the bus stops. It says the bus stop's like a meter ahead of me, but there's no bus stop there. So I figure this is where I'm supposed to be. And I even like looked around just to double check that there wasn't any other bus stop where it could be, and I'm just like confused. No, that's where I'm supposed to be. Like, it could not possibly be any other option. So I'm waiting at the bus, and I noticed that the bus pole doesn't have the number of the bus listed on it, because you know how bus poles, they have like, if the 29A stops there, it'll say 29A on it, and that's the bus I was supposed to take. So the bus pole didn't have 29A on it. In fact, it didn't have any numbers listed on it whatsoever. There was no like bus numbers, streetcar numbers, it was just blank. So I was really confused at this point, but this is the only location that makes sense to me, and my maps didn't give me any other alternative to get from point A to point B. So I was like, this has to be it, right? Like, there's no other way for me to get there, so I'm just gonna wait here for the bus to come. My map says the bus comes every 5 minutes. 5 minutes pass, no bus. 10 minutes pass, no bus. I'm there waiting for probably 45 minutes and the bus has not come. I am so confused at this point. I'm like, what the heck? There's no other place for the bus to stop. I have no idea of how to get there. And to make matters worse, my phone is at 1%. So at this point I call my friend and I'm like, hey, can you please order me an Uber? I have to get to dance and I do not know how. The bus has not came in like 45 minutes and I'm so confused. Like, just, I'll text you the address of where I'm at. Can you order me an Uber to take me to dance? I'll pay you back. So he does. I text him the address and then I wait. Another 40 minutes pass. No Uber. And at this point I'm like, oh my gosh, am I crazy or am I crazy? Like, I quadruple checked that I got the address right. How has the Uber not come? It's been like 40 minutes and there's no Uber, and I feel like I'm losing my mind, because I'm like, do I have the address wrong? I literally looked it up like 400 times. There's no way the address could be wrong. How could the bus not find me and an Uber not find me when I gave the Uber the exact address of where I am? Just like, what? And so I start freaking out. And I am a person who has a lot of travel anxiety, so it's gonna sound weird, but like I only like taking the subway because I can see exactly where it's going. Like I can follow the lights down the subway to make sure that it's going the right direction, and because everything is laid out on a simple little map, there are only a couple lines, so it's not that confusing. I hate taking buses or streetcars because there's like a bajillion different buses, and I'm always afraid that it's gonna take like an unexpected turn and I'm gonna end up in the wrong end of the city. When I take buses and streetcars, I have to watch the little like blue dot that shows my location go all the way down the bus line until I get to my location. That is the only way I can keep myself calm. So this situation, like not really knowing where I am, not knowing how to get where I have to be, and having my phone about to die is like my worst nightmare. So I'm freaking out, I'm trying not to cry, I'm trying not to like start hyperventilating, and I call my mom, ask her to pick me up, and she says, no, this is how you're going to get over this fear. When you travel by yourself, I can't always be there to pick you up. If you're in a different country, I can't come and drive and pick you up. You have to figure this out on your own. So I'm just like, oh my god. And I can't figure out a different route because I don't want to start going somewhere and then my phone dies and then I can't see what stop I'm supposed to get off at. So at this point I give up. I'm like, that's it. I'm just gonna take the streetcar back to where I came from, back to Union. If there is an outlet in Union where I can charge my phone, I will charge my phone and see if I can get to the second dance studio with an hour to spare. If not, if there's only gonna be like 15 minutes left of class, it's not worth it. So I go back to Union. Thank God there's an outlet there so I can charge my phone and I can get to dance with 50 minutes left of class. So I go and I take the subway and then I walk the rest of the way to where I'm supposed to go. And then within the last 3 blocks of where I'm supposed to be, my phone dies again. And I'm just like, this is it. If I die, I die. Like, either I make it to dance or I'm never coming back. Like, I will be lost forever. So, I mean, thankfully it was like almost in a straight line, so it wasn't that hard to find from where I was. But still, I was like, this is absolutely the worst possible situation I could ever be in, considering the amount of anxiety I have over this type of thing. But I did get to the studio with around an hour to spare. My teachers were like very understanding about it, very nice, and it was, yeah, and I could charge my phone at the studio, and I knew how to get home from that studio because I had been like taking a summer intensive there, so it was all good after that. But just like, you know when you go through a stressful situation and your brain just like feels like mush for the next couple hours even though you're out of the stressful situation? That's how I felt. Like, even as I was dancing, I just like was like I couldn't absorb anything because all I could think about was like how stressed I had been within those past couple hours. I was just straight up like lost and confused and having an extended panic attack for 2 hours straight. And it was so stressful. But I did eventually get to where I was supposed to go. When I was at the studio, my dance teacher and I figured out a different route to get there. So I will no longer be taking the 29A to dance. And yeah, so that is my crazy story time. I feel like a real YouTuber now, because you know how YouTubers like make videos where they're like, story time, I almost got robbed. That's how I feel. But yeah, that was my day. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that little story time, I guess. Thanks for watching, and I hope you watch my vlogs again next week. Bye guys.